Alright, hello, and welcome to a new series. Yeah, as I said in my last video, a game I wanted to do a playthrough of as long as this channel has existed, for almost 3 years now. But there was always some other game I was doing or wanted to do more, so this one always got put aside. Well, no more! It is now time to get into what I still say is the second best game in the Final Fantasy series, topped only by 7. Of course, this is the Game Boy Advance remake from what, 2005, 2006, or whenever. As it adds a little bit more to the intro, but for the sake of the playthrough, since for the most part, all four of the first 4 Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior games, even Dragon Quest V, played the Super Nintendo version. Seems to be a reoccurring thing here, playing the original version of the game, not necessarily the remake. The only remakes I've played so far for the channel are the greatest video game of all time, Ocarina of Time, and its 3DS port / remake, and Yet You're Not a C2, another game on the 3DS, or remade on the 3DS. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty much been originals only here, so why break from tradition, quote unquote, for this? The Super Nintendo original. Well, technically, I guess you'd say Super Famicom, the Japanese equivalent to the Super Nintendo. Since this game, like Final Fantasy 2 and 3 before it, or Dragon Quest 5 and 6, to this day, have never been officially released in America in their original form. Not even on a collection, like the Collection of Mana, which eventually finally brought Trials of Mana Super Nintendo original to America. Yeah. The game that was originally released in Japan in 1995 on the Super Famicom, that for the longest time was never released here until 2020, when they brought out the Collection of Mana to go along with the remake of that game. Yeah. For what, 25? Yeah. For 25 years, Trials of Mana original version was never released here officially. Yeah. This game in its original form still hasn't. All we get are remakes. And again, you could argue that the remakes are better. In a lot of cases, you'd be right. But still, for those curious to see what the original was like, get that emulator ready, since they've never been released here outside of emulation. Not on a collection, not even on Nintendo's Super SNES Online internet package membership fee thing that they have going on with the Switch. Not even there. Or NES Online for Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we here in America, or in the West, as they say, didn't get this game until 1999 on the PS1, along with Final Fantasy VI as half of Final Fantasy Anthology. But that version of the game was plagued by slow load times that got to be annoying due to the fact that the slow load times included the transition from world map to random battles. And anybody that's ever played a JRPG knows about the random battles, how many of them there are. Yeah, and for each one of them to take longer. Not to mention a certain character's dialogue was kind of stereotypically bad. I won't say who yet for spoiler reasons, but I will bring that up again when I get to that point in the game. The other thing wrong with the Final Fantasy V, the PS1 Final Fantasy V port, Was one of the names of one of the characters. Yeah. Again, I won't say which one for spoiler reasons, but believe me, I will bring it up again when I get to that point where it's no longer a spoiler. No. For the longest time, the version of this game that I would always play would be the Game Boy Advance remake. That is until last year when they brought the Pixel remasters to the Switch. Ever since then, I've been playing the Pixel remaster of this game. But anyways, enough of the title screen. Uh-oh. Oh, god dang it. What the hell? Okay, why ain't it going to the game? My controller is working. Okay, here we go. Alright. Game time. Yeah. And for me personally, I know I talk about that a lot, but god dang it, it pisses me off. I would have loved to have played this game on the Super Nintendo in late 1992 when it came out in Japan. It would have been such a compliment, so to speak, to the already stellar Super Nintendo library. If this game was, but no. We're going to give the West Final Fantasy Mystic Quest instead, which was a good game, don't get me wrong, but pales in comparison to this game. Yeah, Japan and other countries get this game. We get the dumbed down entry-level RPG for beginners that was Mystic Quest. Hardly a fair trade-off there, but anyways, enough about that. And earlier I mentioned about, yeah, hold on. Talked to, well, okay, what's going on here? Too busy ranting and not, okay. Too busy ranting about other subjects and not paying attention to what's going on screen here. What a way to start a new video, a new playthrough. Alright, hold on. Sorry about this, but bad start. Blooper reel kind of thing. Restart that. There's a couple things. As I was saying about the Sony PlayStation version of the game. Well, I do have some nostalgia for that particular version of the game being the first official version of the game. Playable here outside of PC emulation. You know. So pick which one you like more. Again, me personally, at least for the last year now, whenever I play this game, it's the Pixel remaster. But anyways, otherwise the GBA Game Boy Advance version. But anyways, keeping up with the tradition of this channel, I'm playing the original. And now enough of my ranting about that. Let's actually pay attention to what's going on screen, shall we? Medieval castle, as usual in RPGs. Usually. Pink hair? Okay, whatever. Okay. Dude, you don't always have a steady wind blowing. Wind does stop from time to time, which during the winter months would be a damn good thing. Cold enough outside as it is, then you add that wind chill factor. Ugh. Yeah. Now you heard him. Under no circumstances are you to follow him, Lena. You heard him. Okay. Pirates, judging by the eye patches. Of course, that could just be their eyes, since we are talking about Super Nintendo sprites here. Yeah, wind does stop sometimes. I guess in their world, the wind is always blowing, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if the wind stops, good God, it's a sign of the apocalypse. Look out for falling comets. I mean, eh. Dang it, I said that a little too soon. I was trying to be funny when I said that, look out for falling comets. Because somewhere in this sequence of events, yeah. Damn. Mistimed blown attempt at comedic value. I wanted my comment about, if something happens to the wind, it's a sign of the apocalypse. Look out for falling comets to lead into that screen of that thing happening. Like, see? I was only kidding. Yeah. Or something like that, but damn it. I made my... Yeah. Damn. Blown opportunity to be a sarcastic smartass. Damn. Yeah, see, I should have said that right here. I guess in this world the wind is always blowing, and if it's not, look out for falling meteorite. Damn. Chocobos. Well, at least for the American chronology, they started out in part 4. Well, part 2 here. The first Final Fantasy game released here to have anything to do with Chocobos. In Japan, I think it was the real Final Fantasy 2 on NES. The game that to this day has never been official, well, until the Pixel remasters, but that's a remake, so yeah. The NES original still to this day has never been released here. Anyways, enough about that. People today just don't know how to listen. Seriously, her dad specifically told her not to leave the castle. What does she do? Kids today just don't know how to listen, I'm telling you. Her dad is going to have to ground her. Anyways, by the way, speaking of sarcasm, I don't know if the developers that did this fan translation were trying to be funny or what, but yeah, butts. Hardy har har to the people who developed the fan translation. Since this game in its original form was never brought here, it was up to people who do this kind of thing to translate the game to English for this ROM. And again, I don't know if they were trying to be funny here or what the case is, but according to every official release of the game here in the West, here in the USA, whether it's the flawed PS1 original for us, or the GBA, or even the new Pixel remaster. Okay, hold on. His name has always been Bartz, not Butts. So, the only time I'm changing the name for any of the characters in this game, yeah, that's better. Again, don't even try to argue with me that, what you saw there was supposed to be his name in the original Japanese, because in every version of the game that's ever been officially released here, from the PS1 to the GBA to the PSP and now the most recent Pixel remaster, his name has always been Bartz, just as I spelled it there. So yeah, again, I don't know if the developers of this ROM were trying to be funny or what, but yeah, hardy har har, butts. I'm not laughing. Again, what is it with these people in the wind stopping? Again, I was trying to be funny and mistimed the whole gag and kind of blew it because of that off timing, but in all seriousness, what is with these people? The wind isn't always blowing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Believe me, during the winter months, I wish it would stop. And a lot of times it does. And you're always like, oh, good. At least there's no wind today. It's still frickin' butt-ass cold out here, but at least there's no wind, making it even colder. Yeah. Or all those years I used to live in Florida from October of 2004 to July of 2020. So many hot summer days. You'd wish there was a wind blowing just to cool you off when you step outside. No such luck. What's wind? You're living in Florida. There is no such thing here. Yeah. Just don't tell that to these people, who for them the wind stopping is some cataclysmic event. Anyways, video game logic, I guess. At least it's not as ridiculous as most of these older RPGs. Water is a deadly obstacle, but lava, just one hit point of damage per step, nothing serious. You'd think it'd be the other way around, but yeah. At least it's not as laughable as that. Old man, okay. He doesn't even have a name. He's just old man. Oh no, not again. Another video game with the character suffering from amnesia. Smell that? I do. Mold. And it reeks. Granted, this game was out in 1992, or at least in Japan, before a lot of the other games with that storyline crutch of amnesia that they slowly yet miraculously recover from by game's end, and suddenly remember everything when the story dictates it. Yeah. Ooh, mold! Again, to be fair, this game was probably one of the first to start that cliche, but still. Yeah. Ooh, smelly! Besides that, is amnesia even a real life thing? I mean, I've never known anybody that lost their memory like that. Ever. Not personally, anyways. So my question, probably a stupid one, but is amnesia even a real thing, or is that just something for stories? For video games? For cartoons? Get hit in your head, get hit on the head and lose your memory, kind of. In all 53 years of my life, I've never known anyone that ever had amnesia issues. Not personally, anyways. Anyways, there they go. Well, eventually. When Lena stops staring at me. And I'm sure we'll never see them again for the rest of the game. Wink, wink. Right. Anyways. Okay, where's that path? Somewhere around here. Ah, there we go. Hidden in the trees here. Later we get an item that corrects, or lets you see through that, but and then you have this, by the way. So many people, when this ROM first came out, people started playing it, would complain about that. Oh, that's not how you spell Phoenix down. Big fucking deal, excuse my language, but so they didn't spell it as in Phoenix, as in the city in Arizona, P-H-O-E. So they shortened it, abbreviated it. Gaga goo goo. Yeah. Does how they spell it change what it does in the game? No. So get that thumb out of your mouth and stop whining. Anyways. But yeah, as for that secret little passageway there that led to that Phoenix Down item, later you'll get an ability that lets you see all those hidden passageways. Kind of like a lens of truth in a Zelda game, I guess, or the X-ray scope in Super Metroid. But for now, why'd you stop for? Yeah. Silly bird. Dude, I don't speak bird. This isn't the bird equivalent of one of the more comedic lines in Final Fantasy II. Guy, speak beaver. Yeah. I don't speak bird. Oh, they're the ones that had to go. And I still wouldn't want to be in Lena's place when her father realizes she left the castle despite his strict orders not to do so. Ooh, is she going to be in... Yeah. She's going to be grounded for the rest of her teenage... Well, I'm guessing she's a teenager, as most video game characters. Or, like Link's case, not even a teenager yet in most of those Zelda games, like 8 or 9 years old. Anyways. Oh, I gained an experience level. Well, you don't have that. Yeah, that's in Dragon Quest that you always have that level up chime every time one of your party members gets a level up. How's that bird carrying all three of those people and still able to walk? Video game logic is at it again. You think that that poor bird's legs would be breaking? The weight of three fully grown people on its back and still trying to walk at the same time? Yeah, that poor bird. Something like that. Except for if the meteorite falling had anything to do about it. You think those You think that would have happened long before Bart's even met Lena. But oh well, fine. Video game logic. Again, don't even try to logic. Don't even try to rationalize it. The more you do, the more you end up with more questions than you had before you started, and are in need of Advil to take care of your migraine headache that you cause yourself. Yeah. It works because video games. Yeah. You know, come on in, boys. The lava's fine. It works because video games. Step on lava for only one hit point of damage, but don't go anywhere near that lethally deadly water. You'll die the second you touch it. Anyways, come on now, Barts. Let's be honest here. That's not the reason you want to follow. You want to. Uh-huh. Who are you trying to kid besides maybe yourself? Yeah. Actually, I think it's a more well, I don't remember the exact word for word quote, but something about it's plain to see you got the hots for this girl or something like that in the GBA version of the game. Yeah. Even Galuf could tell. Come on, Bart. Notice how he quickly tries to change the subject. Galuf calls him out on it and he quickly tries to change the subject. Why? Even if we make it to the Wind Shrine, what do you plan to do? I mean, what? You're just gonna leave him here? Is that bird language for F off? I mean, he's just gonna leave him here. That bird is probably telling him what to go do with himself. Do the letters F-O mean anything? Yeah. What? What spring? Oh, you mean this one? What? That's water. We can't go in there. Now, if it were okay, I made my point about that. Yeah. Enough of that. I made my point about that one, but yeah. Hey! You turd! 40 gold, 6 experience. Okay, they both get a level. Oh, okay. Well, if this were Final Fantasy III, well, at least the NES original or Pixel remaster of Final Fantasy III, where you have all 4 party members right from the get-go, I would say this makes a great place to do a little early grinding. But yeah, I'm still missing 1 party member, so yeah, I'll wait on that. Of course, in Final Fantasy III's case, the first version of that game that was ever released here officially outside of emulation was the Nintendo DS remake in 2006, where they screwed up that whole idea. You meet your party members 1 at a time individually. So yeah. Me personally, I rather like the NES original or the new Pixel remaster, where you have all 4 party members from the start. Makes for easier leveling up synchronicity. At least until you lose a battle with the dead party member, all 4 people, when 1 levels up, they all do. Yeah. Makes grinding and leveling up more convenient. You don't have 1 person that's multiple thousands of points behind or ahead of the others. Like in a lot of Dragon Quest games. Most of your party gets to level up, but there's that 1 party member like, oh, come on! Yeah. Anyways, actually, Stroper, change that O to a Y, and what do you got? Striper. To hell with the devil? Yeah. What? Like I wasn't going to note that. Come on. Anybody who's been around this channel long enough should know about my numerous rock references. Manowar, Dragon Quest games, blow your speakers. Death, aka Grim Reaper, and all of the Castlevania games I've ever played. Grim Reaper, rock you to hell. Come on now. You should be used to that kind of thing by now. Anyways, as I was going to say, before another random battle, screw it. Little longer intro video. Normally I try to keep these things to just around 30 minutes. But for the first video, I'll go a little longer. Ah! How did he not see us? I mean, come on. Even now, we're not exactly well hidden. How is he not seeing us there? And by the way, why do we even need that tutorial of sorts? The button he just pushed is so visually obvious. Oh, RPGs and the enormous amount of random battles. Something you're just going to have to get used to in playing these, especially the older ones. Leather what? Oh well. See what I mean? I could already be through this cave, if not for the extensive random battles. And again, I don't mind that when I'm actually grinding and want those battles, but not now. Another room. It's a cave, or the exit from the cave. Oh, you mean that? That is a ship, Bartz. What do you think it is? Well, since like most RPGs set in medieval time period, long before motors and engines and all that kind of stuff was invented, that's actually a good question. Without a motor, without an engine, and without any wind to sail, how is that ship moving? Because video games, I guess. Uh-oh. Should we even be here right now? Ah! I think now would be a good time to get the hell out of here. Well, if it wasn't before, it is now, since it sailed directly into this cavern. If it wasn't already a pirate ship, it just got taken over and now is. Oh yeah, sure. They're pirates. They're pirates, but they'll be glad to be your personal taxi service, Lena. Right. They'll probably make you walk a little wooden board called a plank, though, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. Are you kidding? Gallup's got a death wish. Excuse me. Yeah. Or just crazy. All right. What the hell? You only live once. Okay, we made it. Now let's get the hell out of here. Okay, why? Is this like Biff's car in the Back to the Future movies? Nobody can start this car but me. Apparently, yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Speaking of those wooden board planks, I think we're going to have a few with our names on them. I think the sharks are going to be eating well tonight. Yeah, by the way, there is that. I was too busy talking about how the king told Lena not to leave the castle, and she does anyways. That and all the other things I was talking about earlier. I didn't even pick up on that. That whole intro cutscene is kind of misplaced. We, from reading the dialogue, know that her father is the king, and therefore she's the princess. So we, the gamer, already knew that from the very start of the game. But, to them, it's a major revelation. Yeah. Uh-oh. He's gonna hold Lena for ransom. That's it? That's the only response you have, Bartz? Well, I suppose it's better than the GBA version, you piratey pirate or whatever. There. Really, Bartz? How old are you now? 5? Piratey pirate? Yeah. Yeah, what about it? Okay. What got into him all of a sudden? Before he was gonna feed us to the fishies. Now all of a sudden he's just gonna lock us up. What? I mean, I guess this is better. At least we still live. We don't become shark meat. It's just what? Look in a mirror, Galuf. Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. How convenient. You tell him, Bartz. Yeah. Well, again, not for us. We knew that right from the start of the game. Yeah. Even though your father strictly forbade you to even leave the castle, much less go to the wind shrine. I tell you, people today just don't know how to listen. And here we go with this again. Oh no, the wind stopped. We're doomed. It's the end of the world as we know it. There is no wind. Okay, what the heck? Oh, screen transition. All right. I don't know. Where'd you get yours from? Who'd you steal yours from? I mean, you are a pirate leader after all. What? That's right. Never mind. Of course he has to go to the Wind Shrine. If he's truly going to hold Lena for ransom, he's got to go to the Wind Shrine to deliver his demands. So much money if you want her back alive. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I was going to say, why does he suddenly want to go to the Wind Shrine too? But yeah, I guess it makes sense. Can't very well present your ransom demands otherwise. Yeah, his crew is like, what? Our captain has lost his mind. Yeah, better than throwing us overboard. Granted, I don't know how deep this water is in this little cove here, but still. But yeah. By the way, one of the things, like I kind of hinted at earlier in this first video, one of the things I didn't like too much about the PS1 version of this game, even though, it was a little nostalgic being the first official port of the game here in America, Ferris pirate dialogue got a little out of hand and a little ridiculous at times. I mean, yeah, she's supposed to be the traditional pirate, but still. Yeah, they went a little bit overboard with that in the PS1 translation. Good question. Again, today I'd say engines, but this is before they were invented, so good question. How is this ship going to move? What's a Sildra? Oh, okay. A large sea serpent, who is literally named Hydra in the PS1 version of the game, but yeah. Alright. So what's... Can we go now? Alright. We go. No, that's alright. I don't want... I got a little detour I want to take first. Of course, the Wind Shrine, if you just want to go straight there, is right there. But like I said, I want to make a little pit stop detour first. So, yeah, they were talking about this in some of the earlier dialogue. Beer! Beer! Damn it, I wish I had one right now, but... Anyways, the music here may not be note for note the same song, but damn if it doesn't remind me of the Super Nintendo version of SimCity and some of the music there. Alright. Well, there he goes. He's gonna go get wasted. Okay, fine. Doesn't do no good to buy any magic spell books right now. None of us can use magic yet, so... There is this place, but hey, where do you think you're going? Zoc. Okay. Whoever Zoc is. And that's supposed to... Yeah. Remember this for later, as YouTuber H.C. Bailey would say. Yeah. Can't do anything there yet until after the Wind Shrine, when you're actually directed to come here. Alright. Hey, you mind? Hey, dude! Okay. Thought you were getting drunk at the bar, dude. Alright. Buy 3 more. Of course, you can't equip... You can buy him for Ferris, but you can't equip his until after you're done here and he rejoins the party, so... Yeah. Now, just out of curiosity... Ah, okay. Oh, no, you can't yet. Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, that's right, though. I should know that. In this game, the dual-wield abilities... Yeah. Something you learn... Yeah. Something that comes up later. Okay, never mind. Ooh, double the attack power. Okay. Or you can't use the L or R button to... Okay. I think you would be able to. The Super Nintendo controller had an L and an R button on it. But fine. There. Alright. Re-equipped. With better weapons. Now, one thing I like about this having been made in 1992, back at a time when video game developers still got the concept of optional tutorials. There if you need them, but skippable if you do not. What a concept. I mean, again, I have nothing against tutorials in video games. They can damn sure help sometimes, yes. But why do I have to watch the same tutorials on a 10th playthrough that I did on my first? By the time I played the game more than 3 times, I pretty much know anything the tutorial could possibly tell me from having played the game. So why do I still... Yeah. At least back then, when this game was made, they still realized that. They didn't make you watch those same damn tutorials every time you replay the game. Anyways, no said. Moving on. Actually, no, I'm not. This is where I end this video. Double-length introduction. Pick it up from here next time. Yeah. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time when I move on to the Wind Shrine. Bye.